These churches are just gems sometimes. How beautiful is this? And look at that, we got a sewing machine in here. Electric keyboard organ thing. Got a library case, it's just full of books still. It's extremely dangerous to be here in Detroit of all cities, all by yourself. Everything always changes.
Happiness, I couldn't hire.
Yo, it is me, JaredCokerUrbex, here on our 4th Detroit episode. We gotta be kind of quick with this one because I'm on my last camera battery, and if it dies, I'm just gonna have to go with like GoPro view for the video or something. What's up? What we have today is gonna be a church. Now, this is another one I got by DM. I made like a subtle indication that I might come to Detroit a couple months ago on like my Instagram. So someone very generously sent me a bunch of spots. This was one of them. I would not have found this without his help because it's a church and it's kind of small. I usually am better at finding big places, especially in big neighborhoods like this. So I don't think I would have seen this. So props to you. Thank you so much. Apparently he told me this one is pretty untouched and in good condition. So hopefully that's true. And let's go see if we can even get in. And let's do it fast before my last battery dies. I got DM'd like 6 or 7 places I should try. I only really looked at where they were after I made my Detroit map. So once I was done with that, I realized that like 2 or 3 of them that he gave me were actually places that I hadn't found on my own. So that kind of comes in clutch every now and then. So let's use this hole here. Try to find something secret out back. Just hope there's no neighbors. Oh, that's probably an abandoned place too. Oh, look at that. Uh-oh. I hope that's a bluff. Sort of burglar alarm. We'll just see if I can get up in there though. Oh, there's also that. Look at that. That's even easier. And look at that. The door's wide open too. That might not be untouched anymore. Never mind. It looks like it might be pretty good. Got a really, really fancy looking old grandpa chair there. And a piano. This is a good sign. Got a little bit of stained glass action too. Yo, this is actually so soft and comfortable. Dude, I need one of these for my apartment. And yeah, I said my apartment. I moved out. This is the first Explore trip I'm ever filming, having moved into my own place recently before doing this. I got a roommate. Maybe one day I'll get him into a video, but doing stuff like this isn't exactly his cup of tea. Oh yeah, I can already see there's a sanctuary in there. Do you want to just immediately do that or save that as like the best for last? Because I could just go around this kind of back portion of the building first. See a little bit. It's a big cross. I'll see some of these back offices over here, and then I'll see the sanctuary, and then I'll go upstairs kind of in that janky order. Practically untouched still, even though it's easy to get in. Crap. I guess I can't show the front then. It's a good thing I went in through the side. Burglar alarm, yeah, right. Ooh, there's another hyper comfy chair. And look at that, we got a sewing machine in here. Like a sewing machine table. I think that's what this is. Like a little electric keyboard organ thing. Pair of them. Wow, man, every now and then churches are like amazing places. Although, I remember the last time I did a church, it was a pretty amazing one too. Although that was a way different video. Yeah, that last church was one of my final KC videos before I went into my St. Louis backup plan. But the St. Louis backup plan was to set this up. I would have done Detroit right then and there if I'd had the time, but I didn't have the time. Well, because I had a weekend off, so I raced over to St. Louis to do that on that weekend. Detroit, this is when I finally built up enough time off from work to really plan something big. And boy, are we going big. Because Detroit is like that one city I've been thinking about and just saving up for a time when I'm like, all right, I need to film just an absolute load of videos all at once. And I want to stockpile. And that's what we're here to do. This will be, and I've already said it in like the first video or two, this will absolutely be my biggest tour ever. I just saw that camera up there. Does it work? I don't know. There's also a motion sensor, but I don't think that works either. I don't think this place is watched. I don't think there's any burglar alarm. I think that's a bluff. But no, St. Louis set this up. This is what I had in mind right when my KC tour ended. I just needed time to build up from work so I could get enough days off in a row to come do this. Oh shoot, we just got there. We just wrapped around and now we're in the sanctuary. How beautiful is this? We've got a really high quality spot and it's not even that big of a spot, so hopefully this last camera battery will get me to the end of this. I'm not gonna lie, that kind of scared me when I walked in. That figure. Was that church decoration or was that a prank? Really good one though. Got the risers here, maybe for choir members. Got the altar. This do in remembrance of me. We got the picture of Jesus there. It's so nice how this is all still set up. All right, yeah, we got the camera up here on the balcony for Instagram picture purposes, but obviously the roof's got problems. That's why these chairs up here are destroyed by water damage. What a sick place though. Some gorgeous stained glass coloring. With some of the better stained glass I've seen in here too. Everything about this one is the most quality place I've seen yet here in Detroit. And look at the stairs, the spindles. Just the stairs to get up here. Really gorgeous and dressed up too. Let's get another look from back here. Just real quick. And then I realize it goes lower. So there's gonna be some kind of underground basement portion, parlor down here. Same as so many other of these smaller churches I've been to, usually down below the sanctuary is a big parlor room. Kind of like this. This one's more stripped. Feels like I've been seeing some quality churches lately, you know, going back to KC. Nothing that came after KC was expected before KC. We'll put it that way. All these backup plans. Whoa. Look at that. We got some salon tables here in an old church, or some salon seats, whatever they're called. They got the hair dryer, the chair apparatus. What are these doing in a church? Interesting. Do you know, fun fact, once upon a couple months ago, I had it in my head that this Detroit trip may be like my retirement. I thought I might film so many videos in Detroit that I might just end the channel there. And I'm talking about like, this is like some real personal stuff I'm talking about too. I had it in my head canon, at least back around the St. Louis tour videos when I was filming those, that when I got that set up for this Detroit, this was going to maybe possibly be my last big like tour ever. I was considering retiring after this, knowing that I was going to film so many here in this city that I could like take a big break and then maybe potentially just not come back at all. I don't know. I honestly don't know, people, right now. Like, there's no telling what I'll be doing or thinking in like several months from now when I do complete this trip. If I complete this trip, if I don't die or get arrested or something along the way. But let's assume this trip goes well and I film like 30. There's no telling where I'll be all those months later, because that's like half a year's worth of videos by the pace I upload. I'm kind of done making like any sort of promises or ideas or anything. I'm just gonna let whatever happens, happens. After Detroit, will I be back? Maybe and probably. But for now, this was the major thing that I set up. All right, we've gone in a circle. We're back to the entrance point. So let's go up, like I said I would. It's not a big building, so we've almost seen it all. We just have the upstairs. Junior church. That's what that says. Must have been the kids' wing. Man, this is just so nice. Everything from the windows to the rooms to the random little fireplace, which looks like they actually used. And we got like little activities boxes. We got baseball gloves strewn around. Got a bunch of tape decks and discs. Got another kind of electric organ kind of dealio. And I didn't even notice this when I was down there. This you can see after the sanctuary again. It's like a secret loft. Yeah, I keep seeing cool stuff. I'm trying to like talk and discuss things and explore the church at the same time, but long story short, this Detroit trip was almost my retirement plan. As in, I do this, the channel survives like another half year, and then I consider like being done with it. At least in the mindset I was in 2 months ago when I dreamed this trip up in the first place. And here's another fantastic room that's got everything. Everything always changes. So chances are, knowing me, I'm probably gonna be back anyway. I'm not sure I could just let this all go, you know? Got library cases just full of books still in these drawers. That's someone's desk. Someone's fancy office. Look at how these trees were growing outside and they somehow snaked their way up into the window. And now they're half growing in the room. I always do these trips by myself just because I feel like that's the only way to really get things done, you know? It's extremely dangerous to be here in Detroit of all cities. This might be the most dangerous city you could possibly do this in. All by yourself. Go to 30 abandoned places. Let's just keep saying 30. That's kind of low-key my goal, 30 to 40 or something in that crazy range. Let's say we do 30. All by myself. That's not safe. That's a bad idea. But I'm going to do it on my own because that's just the aesthetic that the videos feel like they need to have. If you know what I mean. It's just me and a camera and a flashlight against everything, against all the elements, against whatever I may face. I feel like this really was supposed to have some more legs to it. Not just that little stand, but oh my God, what a piano this is. Out of tune, but works. And the chandelier. It's always the churches, like I said. These churches are just gems sometimes. Yeah, I do this on my own because A, the aesthetic of the videos. It's just got that feel, that unique feel that makes this channel unique. It's just me on my own for these trips. And because it just gets stuff done. I'm sure there are people out there who claim they could like hang with me and do all this at the same rate I'm doing it, where I'm hitting like 8 a day. But I just feel like anyone else being around would kind of hold me back, you know? And I'm fine with that under the right conditions. But when I'm here doing this, I don't need that. It's like my intro song says, happiness I couldn't hire. It's a fourth wall break. That's me already acknowledging what the intro song is going to be while I'm here. But yeah, that's some of my Detroit lore on how we got here. What this trip means, what it almost will mean, and what it probably won't mean. But I think I've kind of gone in a circle now. Oh my God, I don't know if I've said it enough though, but what a place. This one was great. And yeah, just mark it in history. Just another really good church. Done a lot of them this year, I guess. 2025, the year of the church. All right, shut that back up. What's that? Oh, it's a spider. It's like a decorative spider. Thought it was someone's wig. Otherwise, yeah, I keep saying it, but churches like that are great. Churches are kind of hit and miss, but that one was an absolute hit, so good place. I'm gonna have to send that guy another DM to thank him for that one, because that one was too small for me to have noticed without his help, so thank you so much for that if you ever see this video. Best place on the trip so far. I know we're only 4 videos deep. We'll probably be some other really good ones along the way, but yeah, it's good to get that one in. I'm gonna go charge my camera batteries, of course, so like I said, if we hit anywhere close to our goals with this trip, it's not even close to over, so stick around, and I'll see you next week for the next video.